Hello and welcome to this tutorial. This video will be covering how to use the web-based configuration on Vesta Web Interface. So this assumes that you've already installed Vesta Web Interface using one of these three methods. If you haven't, you can go back and watch the videos on how to do that. But we're going to go ahead and continue with the web-based configuration. So starting where we left off last, we already have the software installed and all the requirements are checked. If the requirements are not checked, you're going to have to open up your SSH and you're going to have to install these extensions or chmod these folders to their required permissions or statuses. So, for example, if includes isn't writable, you're going to have to run the command for that. So I'll just kind of show how that would work. So we're going to go and enter the directory where our website is at right now. So I'm going to show you what it would look like if these permissions were not correct. Oops, wrong order. I don't know if that's actually valid. Okay, so that should work. Okay, so you'll see here that if I chmod it to something other than 777, it'll show you that it's not writable. So you're going to have to go ahead and run the command chmod 777, and then if you refresh, you'll see that that turns green and lets you continue. And if these extensions are not installed, you're going to have to install that. That changes based on the system and type of PHP you have, so that's something you're going to have to look up. We'll hit continue, and now we're going to be setting up our database server. So you need a MySQL server to run VWI. We've already gone ahead and created one on this same Vesta CP server. So for your host, you can enter either localhost, your IP address, or your domain name here. Since it's on the same server that this site is on, we can just use localhost. And we'll go ahead and enter in the database. And then we're going to select a prefix for our tables. We'll just stick with VWI. We'll hit submit. It's going to test that we can connect. Connected, and then it worked. So now we're on to our configuration. And all of these, by the way, are detailed in the web config documentation. So here's all that data about the MySQL server. Now we're on to this next section, server configuration. So you're going to go ahead and select the time zone. This makes sure that things like cron and some other time-based functions work correctly. Now we're going to choose a name. We'll just choose demo video. You can choose from the themes. And right here it gives you the option to choose the preset themes. Once you're installed and in the admin panel, it'll give you the option to set your own theme. Like custom colors, but these are the preset themes. We'll just go ahead and do blue for now. Your language, and then default to admin panel. So this chooses whether or not the admin user, when they log in, they should go to their website dashboard or to their admin dashboard. You can enter an email address. This will sign you up to receive alerts regarding security and the status of your installation. Your host address. We're going to enter our VWI address here. So this is the address where your Vesta CP panel is accessible from. So for example, this installation would be accessible from this address, but all we want is the host, not the port or the HTTP or the /. This could also be an IP address, but we're going to use the host name here. Then the port, if you have a non-standard port, change that here, but for most people these three should stay the same. It should be admin 8083 and you should have SSL enabled. You can then enter the password for your admin, and now you have the option to enable or disable different sections of the panel. So for example, if your host does not have mail access, like say your internet provider blocks your mail port, you can disable that so it's not even an option anymore. You can do the same with all these different sections here, but we're just going to leave everything enabled. And here you can enable user registrations. That's a whole different section that's also detailed over here. So this tells you how to enable and set up registrations. That'll be for a different video. If you want to give users access to Softaculous, you can do that here. And if you want to link it to the default Vesta CP control panel, you can do that here. Some extra links here. If you would like to give a web FTP link, a webmail link, different PHP and MyAdmin links, whatever, if you leave them blank, they will default to the standard ones. But you can enter your own one here. There's also a link for support. And these all show up as apps within your control panel. So I'll just enter something here to show you what that looks like when it's turned on. And we'll go ahead and we'll just do disabled for this to show what that looks like when that's turned off too. Optional integrations. If you'd like to enable any of these things, you can enter your IDs and API keys here. And if you want to install some VWI plugins, you can enter them here after following the installation instructions for those. Go ahead and click Submit. And our installation is now complete. We get a reminder here. Now we must chmod the includes directory to 755. By doing this, it makes sure that no one can overwrite your current configuration. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So the command for that is chmod 755 includes, hit enter, and now we're done. We hit launch control panel, and here we have it. Here's the title we set up earlier. Here's our blue theme that we selected. And we can go ahead and log in. And you'll be brought to your dashboard here. And here we are on our user dashboard. Sorry, this is our admin dashboard. And on our admin dashboard, it's the same as how Vesta works, where you see your list of users. Whereas if it was set to go to your web dashboard, you would see your list of domains and all that. So that is the web configuration. Thank you for watching.